...2021 March 8, Women's Day in San Francisco has seen a full year of a city in pandemic mode, and another year without passage of the ERA for constitutional equality. On this unceded Ohlone land 1 year ago today, we held our last live gathering at San Francisco's beloved venue, El Rio. Since the forced shutdown of much of the community-based economy, small women-owned businesses have plunged into a tidal wave of indebtedness and closures. Women have borne the lion's share of household work, childcare, and elder care. Women workers had to bear the brunt of historic unemployment, and many women and children victims of domestic violence, immigration discrimination, and trafficking were cut off from the outside world. Looking outside of our beautiful city, we look to the women globally, sending love and our commitment to all those suffering under the machinations of patriarchy, such as war, violence, misogyny, and economic oppression, until all people can live in peace and equality. We see women all over the world continuing to rise out of this she-cession into a new dawn of equality, demanding their full human rights and equal participation in a democratic society, heralding in the feminine divine, and even choosing when and if to bear children. Access to abortion and reproductive health care, increasingly blocked to so many women, has not stopped what's known as the #birth strike. Birth rates are dropping globally as young women demand environmental and human rights changes before they are willing to bring children into a world with explosive population growth, human rights atrocities, and anthropogenic dangers. International Women's Day is a day to celebrate the respectful, loving, and compassionate connection with all women and girls around the planet. According to an analysis of 194 countries published by the Center for Economic Policy Research in the World Economic Forum, women leaders around the world such as Jacinda Ardern and Angela Merkel have been recognized for achieving lower death rates through superior responses to the pandemic. The research suggests the leadership difference is substantial and may be explained by the proactive and coordinated policy responses adopted by female leaders. Today, we see our local sister Kamala Harris in the White House, and we see women leadership from the World Trade Organizations to the Olympics. So in the spirit of celebrating our intersectional fourth wave of feminism, please enjoy some highlights of HERFEST, San Francisco's Women's Day celebration at El Rio, March 2020. We're going to read the Womanifesto. It's all of your human rights on one sheet of paper before we start. So here we go.
I affirm that I am a full human being, born free and entitled to all that which is morally guaranteed to all people equally. I am entitled to the peaceful enjoyment of my life and basic human needs, including love, community, safe shelter, access to wholesome local food and water, clean air, health care, education, nonviolence, security, basic income, and the opportunity to work for fair compensation.
Yeah.
I am entitled to the political freedom of personal and local sovereignty, speech, association, both physical and digital, movement, democratic and representative vote in elections and governance, the press, assembly, asylum, national identity, access to public education, access to public information, including internet access and net neutrality, privacy, both physical and digital data, property ownership and exchange, access to justice, access to power, and full economic and political participation in society, regardless of my physical attributes, marital status, parenting status, my or my intimate partner's gender identity, age, ability, national association, spiritual association, or lack thereof.
I am entitled to mental autonomy, including freedom of thought, freedom of expression, freedom of medicine, religious freedom to practice any spiritual tradition or none at all, and to live and die without governmental establishment of a religion or oppression by any religion. I am entitled to reproductive freedom and access to health care, birth control, abortion, menstrual accommodation, nursing accommodation, maternity leave, child care, elder care, and equal treatment, whether I do or don't have a child.
So are you going to use that extension? No. Okay. Oh, you need the fifth page.
I and future generations are entitled to share the bounty of the earth and to natural resource preservation, biodiversity protection, access to the commons and cultural sites, truthful labeling, local food infrastructure, and effective protection from environmental and health harms generated by the machinizations of commerce and human activity, including natural resource reduction, climate change, pollution of air and water, excessive extinctions of flora and fauna, carcinogens and toxins found in the environment, consumer and food products. I am entitled to natural resource preservation.
We oppose all violence. We oppose war. We oppose domestic violence. We oppose mass incarceration. We oppose wrongful arrest. We oppose torture. We oppose the death penalty. We oppose marginalized policing. We oppose economic exploitation, impoverishment, and all corporal punishment. We oppose corporate personhood, recognizing the moral imperative that all humans are individual lives, each of which is worthy of overriding preference towards protection of these rights by the governance, not to be transgressed, purchased, unduly influenced, or even balanced against any such rights or their equivalents attributed to non-human entities or constructs such as corporations, governments, and religions.
I declare my freedom from being commodified, enslaved, forced into military service for the benefit of war. Thank you for your assistance by my elbow. For the benefit of war profiteers, imprisoned for the benefit of incarceration profiteers, criminalized for poverty, excuse me, criminalized for addiction or mental condition, sexually or medically exploited, or unfairly compensated for my work. I have the right to work, to organize with the workers' union, equal pay for equal work, child care, family leave, and equal opportunity to work.
Thank you. Okay. You want to read the last one? Okay.
I affirm my membership in the human community and the representative systems of governance that democratically serve our collective interests to protect these freedoms, rights, and entitlements due to all people regardless of gender identity or other association or attribute.
Woo. Thank you. Happy Women's Day. Yes. Thank you, Mona Lisa, for organizing this private concert for you guys.
Gaias.
For you guys.
I like that.
For you people.
You guys. a mim. Você fez, você desconhece consciência. Só deseja mal a quem o bem te fez. Basta no ajoelhes, vai embora. Se estás arrependido, vê se chora. Quando você partiu, eu disse chora. Não chorei, caprichosamente esquecendo que te amei. Onde me encontras tão alegre e diferente. Jesus não castiga um filho que está inocente. Basta no ajoelhos, vai embora. Se estás arrependido, vê se chora. Basta no ajoelhos, vai embora. Se estás arrependido, vê se chora. I'm Camille Mai, and this is Rebirth Canal.
HERFEST, is it? That's right, because we're gonna celebrate the women feminine energy that is so deep, that is so strong, that brings out the life every time. It doesn't matter who you are. You can feel the feminine inside of you, no matter if you're a man, a woman, whatever you wanna be. We are here for you, women, because we nurture the world. Bienvenido. Bienvenido.